From is the new sci-fi horror show that is produced by Epic, which is MGM, I believe. Now, this horror sci-fi show is basically about people who drive, see a tree that blocks their road, they come around, they go through this town, but when they hit the town, they start to go in a circle and come back around to the town. So there's actually no way out. And then that's when things get really creepy and really mind-blowing. Now I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts on From Season 1. Let me know yours if you guys have seen it. Smash it down below. I really want to talk about this show. I think that it's mind-blowing. We're going to talk about it. So smash that like button, click subscribe, and let's get straight into this review of From.
Get these people home, Sheriff.
Do everything I can.
Promise me.
Okay, so From, the new horror sci-fi show that is produced by Epic, I believe. Never heard of Epic, but they're MGM. I looked it up, and that's who their whole parent company is, MGM. So, but over here where I live in Australia, it's on Stan, and my family have watched it, and they were like, dude, you need to watch From. It's like right up your alley. So I sit down, I watched it, and I tell you what, from the first episode, I was hooked. I was absolutely hooked. The concept and idea behind this TV show is unique and mind-blowing at the same time. I mean, after watching season 1, I can't wait for season 2. I need season 2 now. Like, I really need. We are getting a season 2, which I'm so excited for. But after watching season 1, I'm just sitting there, I'm like, okay, this season did exactly what it was supposed to do. It was supposed to hook me in, which it didn't. It did in the first episode. Sprinkle in some things that to piece together and go, okay, so this is sort of happening. I've got an idea. And then give me more questions when it finishes. And going, yeah, you thought you had it figured out. Now look at ya. You got more questions you want to know. Where are we going to go in season 2? And that's a sign of a good TV show. Especially a good season. But what makes this so good is the characters. I really like the characters. The sheriff. Absolutely love him. He is really, really good. He plays completely different characters to the one he plays in Sons. I mean, completely different. But he is really, really good. And towards the end of the season, you start to understand more about his relationship with him and his son. And why. Because, so when you come in, there's like the town, and then there's the colonial house, which is up on the mountain. And you get a choice of where to live. And once you're there, you're there. You can't chop and change. It's for the safety, because at night, these things come out. And they are fucking creepy. I tell you that now. But we understand more about the whole thing that happened between them and why they are so separate. Like, their relationship is kind of in tatters. And when you find out about that, it's really, really freaking sad. Like, it is really sad. And when that happened, I was just sitting there, I was like, damn. Like, what he had to do was freaking tough. And now, when you look back at it, all the decisions he makes total sense to why he does it. The new family that show up, Jim and his family, really, really like him. I like Jim a lot. I think he's good. He has his own little arc as well, because him and his wife are getting a divorce, and then things they get trapped in this town together with their kids, and things happen, and it's like mental. But he has a cool character arc. The mother does as well, and you learn about their relationship a lot. And when you hear the things that happened in their relationship, it kind of opens your eyes, and it makes them even better characters. The daughter, she has a good arc as well. Like, I started to hate her at the start, but when you start to piece things together and figure out what actually happened with the family and how she feels about it, it's kind of like heartbreaking. It really is. Like, they're tragic. They are really, really, really tragic characters that are built together as a community, and it's really, really cool. Even the father, the priest. I mean, I wasn't trusting him, but when he told his story, He's a broken character too. There, but the main thing is what happens is when you're in this town, and there's no way out. No matter where you go, you can't get out. But when it turns to night, these creature things that look like humans, and I mean they are creepy. They come up and they knock on your window or door, and they ask if they can come in. And if you let them in, they kill you and they rip you to shreds. Like this is gory as well, and like I'm talking body limbs ripped and like hearts ripped out, everything. Like it's insane, but it's creepy at the same time with these creatures. The first episode got me straight away. I did not expect that. I did not expect what happened in the first episode. It's really in the first sequence, the opening sequence. I did not expect that to happen. And when that happens, you realize the stakes, you realize the tone that they're going for, and you realize this ain't gonna be no fairy tale for anyone. Like, if they're willing to do that straight off the bat, that is like, fair game, fair game. And yeah, but when you get to the final episode, you kind of like, holy shit. Now what? Because throughout the whole entire episodes, I'm trying to figure out what these things are. What are they? I'm even trying to figure out how they're going to survive. And now I'm like, could they do this and this and that? Like, do they need to capture one and figure out what it is? Then there's the whole stuff that happens with Jim and Jade, what they're trying to do, and what happens with them. That kind of left me scratching, going, what the fuck? Who was that? The whole stuff with Victor. What is going on with Victor? What is going on with this particular other character that Victor can see and the little boy can see, and the girl sees as well? Like the trees, like this. There is so much sci-fi elements in here that are just so good. Like, this show keeps you on the edge of your seat. It keeps you guessing. It keeps you trying to piece things together. It's dropping little crumbs here and there, and you're trying to fix it and put it all together. And you come away with more questions. And you're like, fudge. Like, what's going on? Like, what is going on? And it hooks you in because it's making you really think about that. So I would highly recommend this. I would really highly recommend From. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait for season 2. You'll be on the edge of your seat. It's not full like horror, but it has the horror in it as well. So it's not like a full-on. I would say this is more sci-fi supernatural than horror, but it has a lot of horror stuff in there. But it's not over the board. So if you don't like horror, you'll still like this. It's suspenseful and it's on the edge of your seat stuff, but it's the guessing game. So if you like Nolan films, this is right up your alley where you're trying to piece things together. If you like shows and movies that make you think about what's going on and trying to piece it together as you go through, this is the show for you. So let me know your comments below. Smash that like button, click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Till then, stay safe. Peace out.